Sam, how are you
Hi,
doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, good. Well, first of all, with the match with the week, a couple weeks off, what's going to kind of be important for you guys tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think like you said, a couple weeks off, and sometimes that can be a little hard, not having like our whole team present. But I think we've been doing really well. We've done some good things even without having everybody here in market. But yeah, I think we're just really excited, honestly, and yeah, we're just ready to see what we can do.
And then just a slight, but still soccer, but just a slight, being still new to the league and
Yeah.
then things changing this year. How do you feel that, uh, or would not having a draft in, your career how do you feel that would have maybe impacted you had all of those changes happened, last year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an interesting question just because it's tough. I like to not think about what could have been. I think as far as how it worked out for me, I think that's just kind of my journey and kind of what within my deck of cards. And honestly, I do see it being very different without there being a draft, and I'm sure there's certain measures that I'm not even sure about, but I think with how everything went for me, I'm pretty present in what I'm doing, and yeah, I honestly have no complaints. Obviously, I can't compare what it looked like for me and what it looks like for people now currently this year, but yeah, I would just say I'm pretty present in my journey right now and what it looked like for me, and yeah.
Thanks, Jada. And then Steve, go ahead.
Hi, Sam. Kind of following on a
Okay.
similar note, last game was your first regular season
Yeah.
start for the Rain in your second year. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about kind of how you feel your pro career development has gone so far, some things you might have gotten out of that game and you want to, kind of take forward into the coming games.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everybody's path looks completely different, and you always have an image, or and you want something to look a certain way, and I think for me, right, I came in my rookie year and came into an environment and had no idea what I was doing, honestly. It was all very new, very different than the college space, so. Then going on loan obviously was a great experience for me. It's something that I needed, and being home was obviously a bonus. But yeah, I think like getting my first start was a very surreal moment. It is something that every player kind of dreams of having, especially a young one like myself. And yeah, I'm just really excited. Honestly, I am excited to kind of be in this league. It's a competitive league, and like I said, I'm young and I still have a lot to learn, and I'm just here to soak in all the information and honestly just be a sponge and learn everything that I can.
Thanks, Steve. And then we'll go over to Marco.
Hi, Sam. Mercury College
Hello.
here. Orlando's a team that really doesn't give up a lot of goals, and last year they were one of the best defensive teams in the league. So, what's the challenge for tomorrow in order to try to, get some offense going, get some chances scoring against the team that doesn't give that many up?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, Orlando's a great team. Aside that, though, I think, we're very excited for this game Saturday. I think we're a young group, and I think, yeah, we're just going to give it our all. We have certain things that we're going to focus on, and we're just excited to kind of try and implement it. I think, we just have to be super proactive and move the ball well, and just have good energy. Honestly, energy is contagious, and yeah, that's just kind of what we're trying to look forward to Saturday.
And finally, is this a team that we're because you're getting them early on in the season? Is it a good measuring stick to see how far this team's come along in just a few games so far? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still early, right? I think we're 4 games in, and or going to be 4 games in, and so it's still really early. We're still trying to implement, a lot of things as a team, and we're still trying to grow and learn and whatnot. But I think, yeah, I think we're really excited where the direction that we're heading, and yeah, I think we're all very committed to just being the best that we can day in and day out.
Thanks, Marco. And then back to Jada.
Thanks. I just wanted, Sam, if you could be a little bit specific. You said
Yeah.
that you didn't know what was going on or something like that with your first year. I don't want to make it seem.
No, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think, it's, like I said, it's just completely different space than the college environment. Like for me, and like I said, everybody's journey is different. I think for me, there's a lot more that goes into it, especially, now it is a job, and like it is a job that, we all love doing and enjoy doing. It's a pretty cool job. But there are just certain stipulations that kind of, make it a little bit different than college. And I think for me, that was something that I was a little bit naive to. I didn't really know, it's something as simple as like having a routine, right? Like that for me, I would just show up and play soccer because I love playing soccer, and that's just kind of what it was for me. But little things like that really help you and that really make you a pro, honestly. And I think that's probably the biggest thing, is just like, it is a professional environment and it just looks completely different. There's different things that you need to be attentive to and you need to focus to and be a pro in.
Thanks, Jada. And then over to Charles.
Hey, Sam, if I could, I'd just like to ask if, with having Maddie Darlene around, with another UNC person, if how you've seen her kind of adapt to the pro environment and, just building off of what you've just said, if you've needed to, say anything, give her a hand in that regard, or just generally how she's handled the pro space, as you've kind of talked about how you handled it coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I love Maddie Darlene. I think, she's a special player. She's very, very fast, which is, it adds something to our team for sure. But I would say she's great. I think she's been ready for this, moment, environment. Obviously, like I said, as when you come in as a newbie and as a rookie, it takes a little bit of adjustment to, one, how long the season is, but two, just like the dynamic day in and day out. But I would say, she's doing a good job. I think she's hungry, and that's the biggest thing, is like you just want to be hungry and you want to be a sponge and just learn and take in everything that you can. But yeah, I would just tell her, to keep trending in the direction that she's trending. Like I said, she's an amazing player, and I think, her pace really, really adds just something special to this team.